Brent, are you ready? Let me find you. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm right here.
Fantastic. I found you, so I'm going to pin you to my screen as well. All right, Brent Hoover, welcome back to the Come Alive call. I know you've got an update for us, but before we go there, for those of you who don't know you, tell us where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from Arcadia, California.
California, West Coast. And who shared the ER Shred with you?
I was introduced to ER Shred by a couple, Michael and Michelle Burial.
Ah, yes, I remember them. And what are you passionate about?
I am passionate about my hobbies at home, my family, my work, helping people, cooking.
And I think Susan calls you, what does she call you? Our shred alchemist, because you always give us the science behind some of the cooking techniques. I believe that's what the name she coined for you.
Yes, she did.
So when was your first shred?
My first shred was 2020. I don't recall the exact date. It was a Monday right after Mother's Day. That's how I always remember it.
Awesome. Awesome. So give us some updates. How's the shredder life working for you?
It's been incredible. Let me tell you, I've been using Isagenix products for, I'd say, close to 6 years now. And this protocol has really changed for me. It's changed so many things. I just feel like this is an easier protocol. That's why I keep running with it.
Why do you think that is?
I don't feel restricted, and I think the guides in our menu, what we can eat, has a lot to do with it. I don't feel restricted eating what we eat, and I feel satiated. I feel full, and I can pretty much eat as much as I want. And I'm, and everything's okay the next day.
Is the chef side of you satisfied with this protocol, with how simple the menu is?
I would say yes, totally. I don't have to slave over a stove for, 4 hours every day.
So simplifying the ingredients, did that shift? Was that a lot for you to process in the beginning, or did you enjoy that? Are you trying to take what's here on our approved list and get creative with it?
Simplifying everything has been great. I don't have to buy so much anymore at the stores. And in doing so, I can digest everything a lot better. Where before I had issues and I didn't know where they were coming from.
So yeah, no, I agree with that. When you can simplify it. And so you were finding your issues. So have you been playing with food and finding your food blueprint? What are some of the biggest takeaways you've had from getting that kind of empowerment?
Yeah, I have. I've just been basically trying to introduce things back into my diet one at a time to figure out what works for me and what doesn't make me, bloated, or tired, sick to my stomach, or, feel exhausted after I've eaten it. Those are the biggest, empowering things I can take from this whole protocol. And it's simplified my life, I think. Not everybody around me loves it, because I don't know, I'm different than everyone else.
We all know. I feel like our community is home of the different.
Yes. But it feels good. I feel good. Let me tell you, on this last Easter Sunday, I was the only one playing with the kids. I was the only one with energy after the meal because I cooked my own meal. while everybody else ate what they were eating. And
I brought a shake.
hey, it's
I saw the menu and I brought a shake.
yeah, and that's okay. And
So-
I wasn't embarrassed to cook my own food. I just jumped right in and made myself at home. I wasn't at my home.
Mhm.
So they said, go for it. And I jumped right in and started doing my thing.
Right. And I think that's something that people need to worry about and are not even should not worry about, I mean to say, is let people know what you need. It's okay to say, listen, this is what I need, or this is, I looked at the menu and I saw that everything had stuff in it that didn't agree with me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to opt out. Instead, give me the baby and I'll hold the baby and drink my shake because I only need one hand for my dinner.
Sure.
And it worked for me. So, but I think there is empowerment to say, I'm going to cook my own food because what's on this menu is not agreeing with my eating lifestyle. And I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be physically uncomfortable, right? The bloating, the gas, the discomfort from the foods that don't agree with you.
Yes.
And it's a conversation starter. And if people don't like it, then you bring a shake with you and cook a meal later, right?
Right.
There's ways to be successful if that's what you choose to do. All right, chef, question for you. What is the biggest surprise that's a culprit for you?
Onion.
Really?
Yeah. I used to eat it like every day, nonstop with everything, raw, cooked, like an apple sometimes, just to show off a little bit. And
Not anymore. Just replace the onion with butter now.
Yeah. So, just things I had all the time, and I can't have it anymore. It's not that I can't. It hurts to eat it, literally, physically.
Power of words.
Yeah.
Right? Not that I can't. It's that I don't want to because I don't want to feel that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you wonder, or at least I know I sit back and I wonder as I'm starting to identify foods that are culprits for me, is how awful did I really feel? Or was everything else so far out of whack that I didn't realize it was making it that much worse?
Yeah. Or were you even feeling it? Could you recognize it before?
Right.
Or can you pin it to your food, what you just had, even something the day before?
Yeah. Ooh, which brings up a good point. Were you noticing? I see your awareness in the way you respond to people. So my question for you, were you journaling? What's your advice to people on identifying that? Because maybe that food was 2 days ago.
Yeah. So I was keeping track. I was starting to grow my own food. And some of that food I can't eat anymore. So yeah, I was really writing things down. And as I introduced them, I was asking myself a few questions like every night, like, did I feel this way? Was I sluggish, midday? Did I feel like I needed a nap? How did I feel driving home on the freeway? Was I tired? Was I yawning too much? Things like that I would ask myself throughout the day and kind of highlight those things if I had an issue. And that's kind of the route I took.
And I like what you just highlighted about it was energy and sluggish, because I think a lot of times when people are looking and identifying culprits, right? We say it's a culprit.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people think to the gas, the bloat, the digestive discomfort, and they forget that it could be impacting sleep. It could be impacting energy levels. It could be impacting mood. It could be impacting so many different things.
Yeah.
So being mindful of the times of the day and how those felt for your energy levels, I think is a great tip to shredders, to be mindful and aware that it's not just tummy issues.
Right. It could be a pain, an old injury that pops up again, or that sagging bed that you have, and where before you had this flip all day and night to all night, you're trying to find a comfortable position, and now you can just sleep through the night. It doesn't matter where you are, on the floor or on the bed. I think I sleep almost the same way.
I love it.
I think I have more restful sleep now, where before I didn't. I had like severe hip pains that would appear, as soon as I got out of bed, and they've improved. And sometimes when I eat a specific food, or several of them at the same time, it'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not that day. Maybe it's the next day after I've slept. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. It's a lifestyle, right?
Yes.
Do you see yourself going back to any
I
other?
don't. I don't. I feel empowered, and I feel really good about what I'm doing. And, some people can't see that, but that's okay.
Their vision hasn't cleared up yet. They haven't had that clarity of the aha moment, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they haven't. And
Right.
I very much wish they would just give it a shot.
And that's all we can do, is we can wish for them and we can share, and that's all we can do. We can't do it for them. And that's one of the bigger struggles I think some of us have, because we know the gift that we have here. We really do. We've had, once you've hit that moment, and there was a post in the community today, I don't know if you saw it, where somebody just finally had their aha moment because they were struggling with some GI issues and things that they shared that needed to heal, and they hadn't quite gotten there yet. And it finally sparked for them, and they've been with us for a while, and they finally had that aha come alive moment.
That's
and it was like, just stay the path, because once you get to that moment, then it all clicks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So some just require a little bit more healing than others to get to that moment. But is there anything else on your heart that you want to share with our community?
That I'm grateful to have all of you, all the people I've met virtually. I confide in them, and they feel very much like family.
Absolutely. And it's crazy. Like, I'm looking at this call and I feel like I know everybody here, and I've only seen 2 of them in person.
Yes.
It's crazy. So powerful.
I'm grateful for their voices every morning or once a week, just to connect with them and learn about what they're doing in their lives. You don't feel alone here.
Nope. Nobody's on this journey alone. And when you're struggling on those days and they're hard, what I love is our community is there to pick you back up and keep you on the tracks and help you get back to the tracks on your journey. I think it's the most powerful part of the protocol.
Yes.
One of my happiest places to be, for sure.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Our